Previously on Warriors of the Mongkon.
My name's Chris Bradford, the Ep5. I've had 23 professional bouts for 17 wins with 7 knockouts.
Hi, I'm Brad Trainer. I'm 24 years old. I train at Corporate Box Gym here in Brisbane. When we fought last time, I feel he may have worked a little bit more than I did. There you go. That's it. Nothing else.
Wow, what a fight. We're in for it tonight.
The Cage Muay Thai series is the latest trending fight series making waves up in Brisbane, promoted by Wayne Parr. This allows fighters a greater hands-on advantage, so to speak, sporting 4-ounce MMA gloves inside the cage, full Thai rules with the elimination of any groundwork.
High with the left.
Brody pushes him back with the teep just to say...
It's just a great testament to the...
Good body shot.
Great left.
Misses with that one. Hanson on the underneath.
Oh, he's got him early. That's elbow. He's got him good.
There's a big shot. Badano puts more leather than a sofa workshop on the chin of Trent Hanson. Teep, jab.
Yeah, you're
Push
right.
kicks and straight shots. He's done.
There we go. That's all.
The girls exchange elbows, moving towards their central commentary position. A big knee into the midsection from Brown and follows it up with some nifty with straight right hand, left hook. 1, 2, 3 elbows from Brown. Left hand's got to come up, and as it does, Gusser goes to work on the wounds. Oh, comes up.
That could be it. That's all over.
Fight day is upon us, and the crowds are eager to be at another exciting CMT show to witness a cage war between Chris Bradford and Brad Trainer in a much anticipated rematch.
With this fight, I have to use the old dog in me. I have to get inside his mind and try and break him down before he even step inside the ring. I think I can do it, and once I break him down mentally, I think I'll be able to take over inside the ring and win the fight.
In this fight, I'm going to come out relaxed, composed, and outsmart my opponent. I think this is the secret to beating Chris.
I'm coming there this time to come and state my authority and push forward the whole fight. There will be no backward stepping for this fight. I'm going to come forward, use my hands and kick second.
When we fought last time, I feel he may have worked a little bit more than I did. There you go, that's it.
Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner with a 31-fight, 19-win record, 6 by way of a knockout. He stands 190 centimeters tall, weighing in at 82.7 kilograms. Trained out of the corporate box. Please give it up for Brad Trainer. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner with a 22-fight, 16-win record, 7 by way of a knockout. He stands 187 centimeters tall, weighed in at 83 kilograms even, trained out of top-tier Muay Thai. He is the reigning, defending CMT 83 kilogram champion, ladies and gentlemen, Chris AK-47
With this fight, I have to use the old dog in me. I have to get inside his mind and try and break him down before he even step inside the ring.
rematch often adds a greater personal element to an otherwise standard fight scenario. One fighter has already been victorious and is determined to defend that very victory, while the other has come back even hungrier to regain themselves. Aussie veteran Wayne Parr is about to step into the cage to take on his French opponent Johan Lidden on Cage Muay Thai 4. Johan Lidden, 3 times world champion, is the French-born fighter known for his knockout power. Practicing the art of Muay Thai since the age of 15, Lidden has shared the ring with numerous top-ranked fighters from all around the world.
When he's cagey as he comes forward, loves that. Remedial Matt says the boys trade and land that punt, nearly breaks his shin. And then says have one to your other side, and then covers that. We want to close this round out strong because he doesn't want to leave all the judges.
There we go. That's good for John Wayne.
The question mark would be over one of the earlier rounds.
It's really hard to the judges because every time Wayne's, in the early pieces where Wayne's landed something, he's landed something back. Look, it's
Here we
been
go,
a great
folks.
war.
Here's the last 3 minutes of CMT4. Wayne Parr versus Johan Lidden. He really wanted it.
A week after a fight, especially a big
Oh,
time
he's
fight.
got him again.
Oh boy! Round of applause.
And still, CMT 74 kilogram champion, John Wayne Parr.
Back in Victoria, another young novice fighter is experiencing the trials and tribulations in preparing for her debut fight, in which will be the lead up to her next chapter in the sport. With Bradford on the verge of retirement, his priorities are moving towards those of his gym, Top Tier. The transition from fighter to trainer is an honourable journey and requires a great deal of commitment, knowledge and passion, all things which Chris Bradford represents in the sport and will continue to pursue. Alex of Top Tier Muay Thai in Victoria is going through the motions of a steady training regime besides her partner and trainer, Chris Bradford. The expectations of a debut fight can often be misleading to the fighter, but one common factor to be anticipated is the combination of nerves and excitement which can become the sheer adrenaline to help a fighter through their first bout. As the venue is transformed and the crowds start to pour in, everything starts to feel much more real and the mind of a fighter begins to set in. Whether novice or experienced, it is the fine line between thought and action that can make or break of a fighter's performance. Although it is good to visualize a game plan prelude to fight, it is also something to do with caution. Over-analyzing things or excessive thought can be destructive to the result. In most cases, it is best to let it all flow with minimal thought and maximum execution. One of Melbourne's latest premier Thai boxing promotions is the Rebellion Muay Thai series, making headlines for the fight scene in Victoria. The series has already been the host of a number of impressive fight cards and is continuing to grow as a strong and reputable promotion in Australia. No stranger to the canvas, Roy Wills from the pit is about to step into the ring again to take on Abbas Ahmadi, both adding another addition to their respectable records. These additions are not only presented in number form, more significantly, they are also represented in lesson form, each addition as a brick laid to the foundation of a profound fighter. One of the fulfilling concepts about Thai boxing is the endless amount of knowledge and techniques to absorb. Even some of the most mature and superior of fighters are still learning. It is the way of a true martial artist, forever learning, forever growing. Representing Westside Martial Arts in Victoria, Abbas Ahmadi holds an impressive record of over 100 fights with over 70 wins. Having multiple championship titles to his name, he possesses a wealth of experience and confidence each time he steps into the canvas. Ahmadi favours his spinning elbows as one of his most devastating choice of weapons when fighting. Training under the respected Blair Smith at the pit in WA, Roy Wills has been stepping in the ring since the age of 16 and has grown into a highly skilled technical fighter with an impressive Thai-style influence. Wills favours his kicks as his most sharp and fierce weapon to inflict pain on his opponents and works hard to maintain the rapid yet precise technique he is known for. The much respected and knowledgeable Elias Dolopis, New South Wales State Representative and Head of National Referee and Judges, will be sharing the ring with the fighters at Rebellion as head referee. Each progressing round intensifies. A stunning display of skill, confidence and experience is evident here on centre stage. In what was a very closely matched 5-round battle between Abbas and Wills, we are able to witness yet another clever and entertaining matchup put together by the promoter, Sai Nader. Seeing two experienced, hard-working fighters with an outstanding work rate is yet another reason why we are able to appreciate the dedication and time that gets put into each individual fighter. Despite being the shortest weapon, the elbow is one of the most devastating weapons of all, both favoured and feared. Wills demonstrates a spinning back elbow on Abbas during this dynamic fight. Sydney, New South Wales, another golden city, home to prominent fighters on the Australian Muay Thai scene.
Hi, my name is Luis Regis. I'm 28 years old. I'm owner and fight out of SRG Thai Boxing Gym. I've had 23 fights for 18 wins, 14 wins by KO. I've come from a small town called Brusque in South Brazil. I've started Muay Thai when I was about 16 years old. I moved to Australia when I was about 19 years old. I had a dream of becoming a professional surfer. It didn't really work that well. I still surf today because it's my passion. I love surfing. When I first moved to Australia, I went to Kira, Gold Coast, where I knew would be good for surfing, you know, and I didn't really think about work too much, so I stayed there for a few months. Tried to get some work over there. It wasn't nothing much going on at the moment, so I moved out to Sydney. I knew it was bigger and easier to get a job here, and that was it. First day, I've looked into a phone list and I found a job in the car wash. I worked there for about 6 months for 10 hours a day. It was about 6 to 7 days a week. And that was enough money to pay for my Muay Thai training and my Spains, you know. I kept on surfing. I found a Muay Thai school, Bondi Muay Thai. After 6 months of training, I had my first fight, and that was it. I was hooked up in Muay Thai, and I kept on fighting, you know, a few injuries here and then, and I'm still fighting today. Of course, now professionally, I make money. This is what I do for a living, you know.
Another prime example of a fighter built from the ashes. Brazilian-born Luis Regis has created an extraordinary life out of ordinary circumstances. His patience and persistence in his ambitions has helped pave the way to success. Naturally, Regis has ventured to Thailand on several occasions to immerse himself in the authentic surroundings of a Thai boxer, training steadfast throughout Bangkok and Chiang Mai. Over time, Regis has established himself within the Australian Muay Thai community and is a valuable asset to the scene. His humble character and indisputable skills makes him a favourable fighter amongst many. Being a full-time trainer and fighter at his renowned gym SRG, surrounded by his loyal students and fellow trainers, Regis takes great pride in his involvement in the sport, always passionate to pass on his skills and knowledge to those around him. On the outside, what may seem like another lucky individual with natural-born talent is in fact the result of unimaginable blood, sweat and sacrifice, far beyond what the eyes can see. After all, character is what a man is in the dark when nobody is watching.